Right, morning guys. We are going to make some pineapple upside down cake. Okay, so we've got some brown sugar, some butter, we've got some pineapple, tin pineapple's fine. I had a fresh pineapple, so I soaked that in some syrup. Okay, flour, coconut, eggs, cherries, a lime, sugar and butter for the sponge, and some vanilla essence. Okay, lovely little recipe, I hope you enjoy. Right then, so first job is to cream some sugar and butter, okay, a little bit of vanilla. This is for the base of your sponge, okay, so this is what's going to, the pineapple and the cherry is going to sit on, okay, so you get a nice caramel base to it, okay. So just some baking butter, okay, or some sponge butter, or normal butter, up to you, alright, but obviously baking butter is cheaper, okay. So just a little bit of butter, a little bit of vanilla essence, and some brown sugar. Okay, that's all we do to that. We cream that, okay, like that, and then we're going to get our tray ready. So what I've got here is a baking tray, okay, probably about 1.5 inches deep. I've just lined the bottom with some grease proof, okay, and now our creamed butter and sugar goes on the top of here, just like so. Keep the bowl for our sponge mixture. Okay, let's wash it up, and we're going to spread this now all the way over the bottom, okay. I've put a little bit of greaseproof in the bottom just to make sure it comes off the bottom, okay. You don't have to if you don't want to, completely up to you. Alright, so we spread this around nice and evenly. All over the bottom. And you want to go up the sides just a little bit, but not a lot, okay? Just like that. Alright, so that's nice and easy, okay? And then you get your pineapple, okay? I've cut my pineapple to chunks. Alright, you can keep it into rounds if you want. You need your pineapple, and you need some glacé cherries. Okay, so cocktail cherries. And all I'm going to do, I'm going to dot my pineapple around the dish and then put a cherry in between. Okay, so dot my pineapple around, leaving a little bit of gap, but not too much because you want quite a lot of pineapple. Okay, it's pineapple upside down cake. And then you need some gaps so the sponge goes in between. Okay, I'm just going to finish that off. So I've finished my pineapple and cherries, okay, they're nice and evenly spaced, okay, there's a bit of cherry from every bit of pineapple. If you're wondering why my pineapple's a bit brown, okay, I use fresh pineapple and I soaked it into brown sugar stock syrup and a little bit of Jack Daniel's whiskey, okay. I'll put the recipe in the description, so if you wish to do it, but it's only fresh pineapple and a little bit of stock syrup, but you can use tin pineapple absolutely fine. Okay, I just had a fresh one lying around that we weren't going to use. Right, and then now next we're going to make our sponge on top. We've got our same bowl, we creamed our butter and sugar in, that's absolutely fine. So now we put our butter and sugar in for our sponge, okay. So again, baking marge, okay, cast sugar, and we're going to cream it together with a teaspoon of vanilla essence, okay. So just bring it together nice and gently. Alright, obviously if you want to use normal butter, just make sure it's nice and soft. Alright, I use bacon butter because it's soft all the while for sponges, okay, and it just makes it much easier. You haven't got to worry about getting your butter out and then putting it in the microwave and melting too much. Okay, and actually I believe using bacon butter you get a lighter sponge, okay. So we cream this together. Okay, so we cream it together just for a minute. Alright, and I'm going to add in the zest of 1 lime. Okay, so we zest that and straight into there. Alright, so try to make it a bit tropical, okay? Pineapple, tropical, we've got some lime, I'm putting some coconut in the sponge as well. Alright, just trying to make it a bit more different for you, a bit more exciting. Okay, so you got your zest of 1 lime in there. Then we go back and start beating it again. So once it starts going a bit paler, okay, like it is, we can start adding our eggs, okay, one egg at a time, nice and gently. You mix it in, and then make sure you mix it, incorporate it all before you add your other egg, okay. And scrape the sides. It's all come back together, and I'm going to add my other eggs. So I've now added all my eggs, okay. I'm going to add my coconut in first, so just some desiccated coconut. Okay, give that a little mix just first. And then we're going to add our self-raising flour and our baking powder. And we're just going to gently fold this in. Okay, so we've got our coconut and our flour and our baking powder. Alright, so this is going to make our sponge mixture for the top of our upside down pineapple cake. And there we go. Alright, we give it a good mix, just make sure it's all nice and incorporated. And we're ready to put on top of our cake. So now we can put our sponge on top. Okay, just going to gently pour it down the centre. Okay, so now we've just got to be careful and bit gentle, just so we don't push our a big hole in the middle with our pineapple. Alright, I'm just going to go back to the spatula I had earlier, and we're going to gently push it, okay? Just let it fall into the gaps. Okay? So just gently spreading it over the top. Making sure it's nice and even. So like that. Make sure it's evenly across. And then what we're going to do, just give it a little tap, okay, to get it in between the pineapple and the cherries, okay. So you see there's air bubbles coming up, okay, so the sponge is getting in between. Okay, and that's fine. Right, so we're going to bake that for 30 to 40 minutes at 150 degrees or gas mark 5, okay? And then we'll turn it out when it's warm. I hope you enjoy.